amigos, Rory Foster here with Common Ground International on Immersion in Costa Rica, week 2 update. All right, what did we do in week 2? Well, on Monday, we got back into town from our beach excursion. I told you about that in week 1, but on Monday, we got back into town from our beach excursion right around class time. And so we went straight into class and just had afternoon Spanish classes, which, by the way, happens every afternoon, Monday through Friday from 1 to 5 in the afternoon. You get 20 hours a week of Spanish classes. You know, if you're in the healthcare program, then you get medical Spanish classes. If you're in the general adult program, it's general conversational Spanish classes, teachers program. We've got some teachers who are Spanish teachers doing specific lessons for Spanish teachers. And then we've got other teachers who are classroom or other subject area teachers who are doing lessons, or classes, learning Spanish for improved communication with kids and parents of kids that aren't able to manage English very well. So Monday was just a class day. It was a return from our weekend excursion and class day in the afternoon. Then on Tuesday, we went to the local organization that we do volunteer work with for this week. And this COVID year, we've had a lot of closed doors as far as our volunteer work goes. Normally, we've got a project just about every week, but this year it's looking like with the pandemic, very few organizations are actually able to receive people. And so we are super thankful for this local organization called Sedcas. What they are is they started out as a clinic, a private clinic that works within a sort of a middle class kind of area. And from their project there in the clinic, they began to build this called Casa de Salud. And this Casa de Salud is sort of the preventive arm, their outreach arm to the community. Right beside their clinic is a community of very underserved shanty town, basically community called Guarari. And so that's an organization we love to support and work with because they're doing just amazing things with elderly, with at-risk kids, at-risk teens, and young mothers, etc. And so we got some orientation to Sedcas on Tuesday, and then Wednesday was our prep day. And so the different projects, I mentioned it in week 1, but the different projects we're doing is our general adults and our educators are doing educational games with kids who haven't been in school because of the pandemic, and there's not good enough broadband and internet access for a lot of schools to just switch to online learning. And so the solution has been no school. So it's been rough for these families, particularly the underserved families. And so we got some of those kids together and did some educational games with them. And so Wednesday was a prep day to get all those games and everything going. And the healthcare group was working with mothers and parents about vaccine resistance, basically talking to them about why they should get vaccinated. And then on Thursday, so we had prep day Wednesday, and then on Thursday was the day that we had a chance to actually do those educational games with the kids and give those workshops about the vaccines. And the vaccine workshops focused on really 3 areas: the benefits of the vaccine, and what it is and how it works, and then the risks of not getting the vaccine. So, and then, of course, every afternoon we have our Spanish classes, and one of our participants, Cameron, who's a nurse practitioner in California, she's also a Zumba instructor. And so she's been teaching us Zumba classes on some of our free evenings. And so that's been super fun to get people together after class and do some Zumba. And then Friday, we loved the chocolate tasting so much last week that we had a new batch of people who didn't have a chance to go last Friday. And so we went again on Friday to Cebu, that chocolate tasting and history presentation of how chocolate has spread throughout the world over time. And then our weekend excursion for week 2 was La Fortuna. That's where Volcán Arenal is. And Volcán Arenal, I think the last really significant eruption was around 2010 or 12, somewhere in there. So it's been dormant for about 10 years now, but it's a super adventurous area where we did some hanging bridges tours and some zipline canopy tours. There's an amazing hot springs there that's like this massive hot springs water park. And so we went, it's called Baldi, had an amazing evening there. and then had our 3-day weekend there, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning, and headed back for week three activities. So stay tuned. I'll update you on how week 3 went next week. Ciao, amigos.